San Antonio's News with Ryan Wolf, Camila Rambaldi, Chief Meteorologist Alex Garcia, and investigative reporter Yanni Virgin. This is Fox News at 9.
They were trying to facilitate their illicit businesses, smuggling drugs under the border. Tonight, we go on the front lines with the DEA to see firsthand, for the first time, where an underwater tunnel was found and destroyed. It's the main protagonist in most border stories, the Rio Grande dividing the United States and Mexico, the dreamers from the American dream, and the cartels from their #1 market, the United States.
Organizations, they have the capital, they also have the resources and the engineers to, determine if these things can be built. They have the time.
Time and money has proven to be on the side of the criminal organizations, as El Chapo Guzman proved twice, having tunnels built that would lead him out to freedom from the Mexican prisons he was being held in. Those were not the only tunnels found. Since 1990, Customs and Border Protection has discovered nearly 200 cross-border tunnels used to smuggle illicit drugs, humans, weapons, and money.
Well, the tunnels, historically are a West Coast, California, Arizona, trait that utilized by the organizations.
The DEA office in the Rio Grande Valley took our cameras exclusively to the location where last August the Mexican military found the tunnel below the Rio Grande River. The cartels commissioned the work in Matamoros that started right through this opening. It was supposed to end here at this water treatment facility in Brownsville, completely underground and under the river.
If completed, would have been the first tunnel ever seized in this area, which goes underneath the Rio Grande and was started on the Mexican side of the river.
But nothing would hold the river back, including the pump that had been installed in the tunnel. The water started leaking in. Tell us about what it looked like underneath.
It went down into a manhole, and with generators and a ventilation system, was probably 8 feet from the start of the tunnel to the bottom, so 8 feet high. However, it was not able to be completed.
Just a few miles south, where the Rio Grande meets the Gulf of Mexico, it is wide open and not as easy to hide goods being moved. But here, CBP has cameras and they dedicate more manpower.
This is a highly patrolled area for Border Patrol. It's known and commonly known for migrant traffic as well as the transportation of narcotics to and from Mexico to the U.S.
While the construction of this tunnel under the Rio Grande is unusual, tunnels have been a major concern for the U.S. for some time. 16 years ago, Congress amended the Homeland Security Act of 2002 to establish the Border Tunnel Task Force to help investigate, identify, and shut down these tunnels. The cost to build one underground tunnel, not an under-the-river one like this one, is about $1 million, a price tag that with just 2 shipments of drugs, the DEA says the cartels can quickly make up.
The organizations try to use techniques that we're not accustomed to or we haven't seen yet to avoid law enforcement detection.
New tonight, we're learning how a military base in our area is being used to help move migrants. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement tell us on June 29th, ICE Air operations used Laughlin Air Force Base in Del Rio for the first time to transport migrants from Customs and Border Protection custody to ICE custody. Since then, 780 migrants were transferred by ICE on 6 flights leaving from the base.